Well, welcome to another video. This one is a little bit of public service. This is the second tsunami I've been involved in off the California coast. And it's kind of interesting when you experience these, your reaction and how you're going to behave to respond to this. And so here's what my experience has been. Hopefully it'll help you out and give you some pointers on things to be cautious of. I'm out in a small boat and this thing occurs, and what do? The forecast was nice. We weren't going to have bad seas. A little bit rough, but not too bad. And then all of a sudden you get an alert.
We got crabbing.
Oh, baby!
We got crab.
Yes. Oh, look at some of the size. Oh, yes. Being captain has a lot of responsibilities. Let me go through them for you. Look at the size of those things. Mine are big. I almost got my limit already.
So those all look like heaps to me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. This is good.
3. We're a few miles north of Bodega Bay and crabbing and enjoying some success. 100 feet of water, maybe a mile or so from shore.
Is that right?
Yeah.
These things are huge then.
They look big. Okay. Yeah. Color. A little bit of color.
Got a couple. 3, 4.
Oh, nice. Big ones again, huh? Yeah, no, good. Yeah, that's a nice size one. Jeez. These are certainly nice sized crab. 2 big ones when we have to measure.
That's a weight.
The first hint we get of this is an emergency alert on my telephone that says there's been an earthquake, but we don't know exactly where that earthquake is, and just that it's there, so we're paying attention. About 6 minutes later, we get an emergency alert about the tsunami warning, and shortly after that, we get an alert on the radio.
If you are located in this coastal area, move inland to higher ground. At 10:44 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on December 5th, an earthquake with preliminary magnitude of 7.3 occurred 45 miles southwest of Eureka, California. Once again, the National Weather Service has issued a tsunami warning for the following locations: San Francisco, coastal North Bay, including Point Reyes National Seashore, North Bay Interior Valleys, San Francisco Bayshore Line, and San Francisco Peninsula Coast. If you are located in this area, move inland to higher ground. Stay tuned to your local news source and NOAA Weather Radio for further information and updates. Tsunami warning.
We immediately start picking up gear, and some of the other boaters are calling the Coast Guard. Here we go.
Coast Guard, do you have a copy?
You gotta get this thing out of your way.
You better?
Coast Guard, Sector San Francisco, 16. Hey, I'm out of Bodega Bay up by Jenner. I'm on the ocean. Is there any... should I get off the water with the tsunami, or is it... What do you guys think?
Well, the Coast Guard
nice.
wasn't much help. They basically said just keep your radio on the emergency frequencies and see if you hear anything. They didn't give us any forecast of any size of waves or anything that's coming at us.
Jeez.
Tsunami really brings the crab out, you'll find.
They're worried. Get me out of here.
Yeah, this open system. So, as it turns out...
Typical small magnitude earthquake. Instead, a major magnitude 7.0 earthquake had been generated 33.6 miles west of Cape Mendocino at Shallow Ocean Buoy, relatively close to the quake's epicenter. Suddenly rose and fell more than expected across several minutes, indicating that a tsunami had been generated. As a result, a 511-mile-long stretch of coastline ranging from Dune City, Oregon in the north to Año Nuevo Bay in California to the south was immediately placed under the highest category of a tsunami alert, that being a tsunami warning.
So we're about 160 miles away from the epicenter.
The tsunami barrels down on us. Do we give up? No, son, we don't. Do they call us?
We
crabbing?
keep crabbing!
Yeah, we keep crabbing. Those other suckers are running away, fearing for their lives.
With their claws between
Their
their tails.
yes. No. We'll pick their pots up for them.
Well, the thing of it is, if a tsunami does come, then we can just come back in a few days and walk the beach.
Yeah, pick it up on the shore. Saves dragging the boat down here. Tsunami is supposed to be on us in about 15 minutes.
So we're pulling the rest of our gear. I'm keeping an eye on the news reports to see if there's any reports of waves or damage coming at us.
And we got a 30-minute boat ride. We're gonna be surfing it in, Rick. We're gonna be surfing the wave. Anybody?
Yep. 3 more keepers.
Oh man, I think we're doing good. Well,
let's take a look at what happened under the ground.
Exactly do they form? Well, they all start with an earthquake. Underneath the sea surface, you have these tectonic plates, which sometimes move side to side along each other, creating this earthquake, which we call a strike-slip earthquake. A lot of times, that's not going to disrupt the water all that much, so it's a less likelihood of getting a major tsunami to develop from that. Another time, though, you will get those plates to move underneath each other, and that will create this big bulge of water, disrupting it and causing it to work its way to the coast in a big wave. And as it gets to the shallower water, you're talking about a big wave that can create some big impacts. We don't always know, though, what type of earthquake that actually happens as soon as it does happen. So that's why it's important when we do have a tsunami warning that you take immediate action and seek higher ground.
So these tsunamis, the waves can move quite fast, so you really want to keep an eye out. There'll be some information coming at you as far as if it's significant and if it's coming your way and how fast it might be there is going to affect your action. And if you're at sea and this is going to be a significant event, you want to get as deep as you can, as fast as you can. As the energy of the tsunami comes against the ocean floor and gets compressed, the wave height increases, and there's the danger. Here's a pamphlet with some suggestions and some resources at the end of this that you can look to. They're suggesting 180 feet at least and 600 feet from the coast. I would think deeper would be better, and luckily we've got a shelf that's pretty close. So if you can't get off the water and out of the way in time, get as deep as you can in the ocean, and that'll minimize the wave and increase your survivability. Take a look at those other resources out there and formulate a plan for yourself on how you're going to react, because you don't want to be thinking about it when it happens. You want to be able to move quick. And thinking back at this, with as close as that earthquake was and little time that we had to react to it, I would have been better just to cut and run and get out in the deeper water and be safer out there. Well, hopefully this provided some information for you to base your action plan in case you run into these issues. Certainly in California it's a possibility, so be safe out there and be prepared. Thanks for watching, and hit that like and subscribe. Helps me out and keeps me going.